In this week's video, we're going to be going over the do's and don'ts of coaching, specifically what 5 things should you not do as a coach. Number 1, you shouldn't be offering anyone unsolicited advice. It is not our job as coaches to be giving our clients advice, to be telling them what to do, to be finding solutions for them. That is not our role. Remember, we are coaches, we are not teachers, we are not mentors, we are not there to give our clients answers to their problems. Why? Because we believe that they have the answers to their own problems. And how annoying is it when you are trying to be heard by someone, you're explaining something that's going on in your life and you haven't asked for any advice, and all of a sudden everyone is just giving it to you, right? Like, oh, try this. Have you done that? Why don't you try this? And it comes from a good place. A lot of the time it comes from our friends and family who only want the best for us. But when we get that advice, especially when we haven't asked for it, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. And we're not gonna take action on it. So when the coach gives advice or offers a client a solution, we are taking away the client's ability to come up with it on their own. And that means that they are going to not be taking ownership of whatever it is they're supposed to do. And when there's no ownership, people are less likely to follow through, they're less likely to take action. And when the answer comes from ourselves, when something finally clicks for us, that is when shifts happen. I'm sure that we have all had a friend who maybe had a boyfriend that was a little bit toxic, red flags, maybe it was boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Someone your friend has dated who you did not like, and you could clearly see the red flags, and you were like, you need to break up with them. And they're like, oh yeah, in one ear, out the other. And they probably listened to you tell them all the things that were wrong with them for months before they finally took action and before something clicked for them where they went, actually, this guy really is full of red flags and I need to end this relationship. It needs to come from the person. It doesn't matter how many people are telling you things or what you should do. If you do not come up with the solution yourself a lot of the time and take ownership and actually realize this is the thing that you are supposed to do, you're just not that likely to act on it, or it's gonna take you a lot longer. You're just not gonna feel that commitment. Well, I was doing a workshop with some people and someone asked, well, yeah, but I've just saved them 20 minutes by giving them the answer. It's not about saving time. It doesn't matter how long it takes for your client to figure out the answer for themselves. This is not a race, and you're actually not saving them time. You're robbing them of being able to be empowered to find within themselves the answer. We want to be asking questions. Questions are our best friend as coaches. The majority of our session should revolve around asking questions. And this helps to allow the client to find the answers for themselves. We are a facilitator to help the client find new patterns of thinking or new solutions and new options, because a lot of the time people just see one path. So we are giving people more path, the ability to kind of see it from multiple points of view. That is the power of questions. By asking someone the right questions, you truly will change your life. It is not about how much you know as a coach. It is all about the power of your question. Now, number 2 is do not assume that you know it all. You do not have all the answers, and that should actually be a massive relief for you, because that means that you don't need to be an expert in any one area. You just need to, again, be the facilitator of questions that help your clients to come up with the answers for themselves. And when we release that kind of ego in ourselves, that in order for us to be valuable as a coach, that we need to give someone the answers, because that's just not true. I've got a secret for you as well. We're never gonna know it all, and that's okay. When we are giving someone the answers, or when we're talking and telling them, oh, try this and this tip is really good, and have you heard about this, and let me tell you a story about myself, we're actually making that session about us. And this session is not about us. This session is about our client. This is a space for them to be heard. This is a space for them to be heard potentially for the first time in a very long time. A lot of the time people listen to just respond. We as coaches listen to understand, and this allows this beautiful space to be solely about this client, what this person needs, what this person wants, what their goals are, how we're gonna get there, their behaviors, thought patterns, everything. We want to listen, give your client space, and trust that they have the answer. This person sitting in front of you is intelligent, is confident. This person sitting in front of you can do anything. We see the vision that they can create, even if they don't believe that they can do it right there in that very moment. But we trust that if we ask the right questions, if we dig a little bit, then they are going to be coming up with all of the answers for themselves, and we trust that those are the right answers because it is coming from them, and this relates to their beliefs, their view, their behaviors, everything. Nobody knows you better than yourself, so we trust that the client can come up with all of the solutions on their own. Now, the third thing that we don't want to do as a coach is we do not want to pretend like we're perfect, act like we're perfect, think that we're perfect, because guess what? We're not. We as coaches do not have it all figured out, and it's important for us to be open and honest about this. We don't need to have this facade that everything is amazing and that our lives are just so good because we've got the answers to all the problems, again, right? Because we don't. We need to be true, we need to be authentic. And this is, again, can be really helpful when we're showing ourselves on social media because people can see that authentic side of ourselves where, again, we're not perfect. We're all going to be going through our own journey, our own process, and this should be really valuable for you guys to learn as new coaches because then it means that you can coach someone without everything in your life being in place. We are all works in progress. We are all figuring out this life in this world. Nobody has all the answers of what life is supposed to be and the perfect life, and it's going to be different for all of us as well. The important thing is, as coaches, that we are continuously developing. That is what is important. So we want to be a role model for our clients in that sense that we are continuously improving ourselves, working on our personal development, and it's going to continue for the rest of our lives. It doesn't mean that we're perfect and that everything needs to be going well in our life in order to coach someone because it's not going to go well forever. Even if your life is like on and up, guess what? This world is a roller coaster, and if you can't coach when you're on a down as well, then this job is going to be really hard for you to maintain. So it is just about being authentic, being yourself, and realizing that it's okay if not everything is figured out because you are trying your best to get there. Number 4, do not bring judgments into your session. This is a non-judgment zone. Judgments kill discovery. So if we come in and our client is saying something and all we're doing is judging them, we're just shutting them down. We're shutting down their options. We're shutting down their opportunity. We're taking away the vision that we believe that they can do anything, and we are blocking everything that is going to happen. So it's really important that we go into this space completely with no judgment. We go in trying to discover this beautiful, unique individual in front of us. We want to know how they think, how they act, how they behave. We want to know their experiences, what they've been through. Again, our view on anything is not important. We go in non-biased, we do not have an opinion, and we do not have a stake on the line. Now, this is important because when we may be talking to friends and family, and that's the thing, they may be judging us for doing something, maybe they're judging you for going and living across the world, or who knows what it is, right? It is because they have a stake in your outcome. They want what is best for you. They want a certain option for you. They don't want you to make any mistakes. They want, what they believe is the best outcome for you. And unfortunately, what somebody else believes may not be the best thing for us. We are all different. Like I said, we are all going to have different views on the world, on happiness, on success, on fulfillment, on all of these things. This is our life. This is not our parents' life. This is not our friends' life. This is not our family's life. It is our life. And we need to figure out what is going to be best for us. We are all on such different journeys. So if we're all on our own journeys, then you need to figure out what's going to be best for you. So what do we want to do instead of operating from a space of judgment? We want to operate from a space of just curiosity. What is possible? Who is this person? What do they want? How are they going to get there? We just want to open the space of curiosity to fully understand what is going to be best for this person. We are trying to get completely on their map of the world and away from our own. It is our job to step into their world and come onto their map and see what is happening for them and see what their world looks like. This way we can fully allow for what is meant to be discovered in a session, and we are not blocking anything. And the last one, lucky number 5, do not do it all on your own. You do not have to be alone in this. A lot of people I talk to, especially when they're first starting out on their coaching journey, they think that they need to just do it all their own, and their friends maybe aren't supportive or their family aren't supportive and it's just them, and it's like, no, do not do it on your own. Ask for help. Find people that are like-minded. Find a community that can support you. I know so many people that when they join the Coaching Masters community, they link up with each other and they form coaching businesses together. And people love that so much more because it gives them someone that they can really work with, and it just helps to create more of a vision for yourself. Looking at the Coaching Masters in general, it's not just Lewis, it's Lewis, Liam, Johnny, all these different people that have then worked together to create something incredible. Alone, they only had one piece of the puzzle. They needed all 3 in order to get it where it is today to become the powerhouse that TCM is. So do not do it alone. Do not be afraid to ask for help. And something that I hear actually quite often as well is people will say, well, no one offers to help. We kind of expect that people are just gonna know when we're hurting or when we are struggling or when we are overwhelmed, and we think that they're just gonna come in and save us, and that is not the case. A lot of the time we need to be open and let people know, hey, I'm struggling, hey, I'm overwhelmed, hey, I don't get this, hey, I need help, how do I do this? When you vocalize that you're struggling and ask for help, that is when people are gonna come and help you, lend you a helping hand, then you can figure out it together. And when you build these connections, really make them strong and powerful. I know when I was first starting my coaching journey, it was me and another girl. We had done the same accreditation together, and we were each other's rock. She was my rock star. I adored her. She was so helpful throughout my journey, and we would just voice note all the time. Every week it'd be like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna get my first client. This is what I'm doing. This is my content. We would do that for each other. We would be that person just to really help motivate each other, to help us be our best. And it was just so incredible, because that is what really kept me going. That is what really pushed me to succeed, because otherwise I would have been just doing it by myself, and that's no fun. We don't have to do it alone. So guys, those are the 5 tips I have for you on things that you should not be doing, and the little bits and tidbits in there are the things that you should be doing instead. So do not make those coaching mistakes, guys. Do not go in with unsolicited advice. Don't go in with the assumption that you know it all. Don't think that you need to be perfect. Don't go in with judgments, and don't think that you need to do it alone, guys. You have got this. Make sure to comment in this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I can't wait to see you in the next video soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.